Hello folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Breath of Fire 3. I'm the Mysterious JG. This is a bonus video, the final video of this LP, because I'm going to showcase two things that I didn't do during the LP proper, and that's pretty much going to be it. You'll notice the music is back to slow down mode. That's because you won't be hearing any new special musical themes here, so I figured we would just use the recording setup, which is easier for me, and that's the one that actually leads to the sound slowdown. So there's really two things that we need to accomplish during this video. Sharp-eyed viewers will note that we are at the Colony, which is the place where, it's Container Yard, and that's the location where you can encounter two really powerful enemies, stronger, or at least more difficult to defeat. Certainly it takes less time, but more difficult to defeat than most of the bosses in the game. And we're going to fight them in this video. The other thing I promised to do during this video is to explain why, when I'm doing an Alan Rickman impression, I'll always start talking about Quigley. So, I don't want to forget to do that, so let's do that first. I believe the question was posed by High Priest Funeral. I might be wrong, I'm pretty sure he's the guy you asked. I assume High Priest Funeral is a pretty cool dude. I sometimes get my subscribers confused and mixed up. Somebody was talking about being an admin on the Kawaii English language forums. I think that might have been High Priest Funeral. But I know for sure that his name is a reference to Final Fantasy Tactics, so he's got to be cool, right? In that, you know, your name is a reference to an old PS1 Japanese RPG kind of way. And that's why I'm willing to answer the question. Now, this is the kind of thing where if you got on Google and looked it up, I mean, just typing in Alan Rickman Quigley will take you directly to a series of, to the Wikipedia page and YouTube video clips from the movie that I'm talking about. So, yeah, Alan Rickman was probably the second lead in a movie called Quigley Down Under, and that's what that's all about. But that wouldn't explain why I insist on talking about how Alan Rickman loves Quigley and will never betray Quigley, and I certainly wouldn't expect anyone to watch the movie to figure that out. So, what I'm beating around the bush about is that this is the kind of question where somebody asked to explain something and they could look it up. There's always a part of me that's like, oh, look it up yourself, don't be so lazy. But then again, I also remember watching Grimmett's LP of, I don't remember the name of it. It's the one where you end up, The Dig, I guess it's called, because you end up being warped to some planet far away and having to solve puzzles to get back. And he did a certain action and he won the game and it affected things, and I was wondering, well, I wonder what would have happened if you did it the other way. And I think Grimmett answered, but somebody else replied to my comment and was like, this happens, which you could have found out if you took the 30 seconds to look it up on YouTube, you dick. And it was like, I wasn't asking you. I got my head ripped off by somebody completely unrelated for asking a question. So now I don't know. Why am I talking about this at such length? Basically because, like, there's a part of it that's like, no, the Quigley is funnier if you don't understand it. But I've referred to it in so many other LPs. And it's High Priest Funeral, so, you know, I'll be cool. The deal with Quigley Down Under is I've never even seen the movie. Bobo and I both used to see commercials for the movie. We've never actually watched the movie. It stars Tom Selleck as kind of like a Western hero, an American, you know, gunslinger, who is hired to travel to Australia to work for this land baron guy, played by Alan Rickman. Now, this is before the Harry Potter books and the Harry Potter movies. Alan Rickman is probably now best known for playing Severus Snape in the Harry Potter movies. But at the time, he was most famous for, and maybe for some people still is most famous for playing... I'm blanking on his character's name now. It's like Ernst. I don't know. He's I forget his name, but he was this evil German bank robber guy in the original Die Hard. Like Hans Gruber, I think that was his name. Yeah, Hans Gruber. And he was such a good villain in Die Hard that even the sequel to Die Hard is about Hans Gruber's brother trying to get revenge, because although there have been subsequent Die Hard movies, none of them were bad per se. None of them have really recaptured the awesomeness of the original Die Hard, and part of it was because it was Bruce Willis's character really couldn't shine unless he was going up against somebody as awesome and evil as Hans Gruber. So This is his most famous role by far, and we'd seen him in one or two other things, and he's always playing a bad guy. So when we saw the commercials for Quigley Down Under, it's like starring Tom Selleck, I'd never seen him in anything except Magnum P.I. and in various, kind of made-for-cable TV, Ted Turner studio-type westerns. And he's always the good guy. He's like the handsome good guy, and he's a bit of a, quote, a maverick. He's a bit of a rogue, but he's got a heart of gold, and in the end, blah, blah, blah. And every character Alan Rickman ever played in his whole career, except possibly, like, maybe there's some BBC historical dramas that never made it to the States where he gets to, despite being British, gets to be a good guy. But no, he's pretty much always playing somebody evil. So we're seeing commercials for it, and we saw at least one commercial which made it pretty plain that that's what's happening. I mean, I've read the plot synopsis on Wikipedia. His character in Quigley Down Under is a bad guy. He hires Tom Selleck, but when Tom Selleck finds out how evil he is, Tom Selleck and him end up fighting. But the commercials we were seeing for it, I think it was showing on like the Family Channel or something. So they had edited together these commercials where it looked like it was going to be a family-friendly, happy, upbeat adventure. And I'm guessing it was the Family Channel. I don't know what venue it was, because I'm pretty sure this thing was never in theaters. I think it was a straight-to-cable TV movie, or maybe straight to video. But it was pushing the idea. It was showing these it was playing this kind of upbeat, happy Western music. And the narrator had this was talking about how it's in Australia, and that'd be so different. It's a Western movie set in Australia. And it's really tough not to start doing the Vanille voice right now. But you would see there was this one sequence from it where you had Tom Selleck pulls off a trick shot. Quigley. I know his character. He's Quigley. He's pulling off a couple of trick shots, cans lined up on a fence, and he's really far away and shooting behind the back or whatever. And you see this Alan Rickman smiling and laughing ha ha! Excellent job, Quigley! Even though he's Alan Rickman and he's a bad guy, and that at the end he and Quigley are going to fight each other, they're promoting it as this family-friendly, exciting Western adventure. And they're just implying that these two are friends, and that they'll be friends to the end, and there's no way that they'll ever turn against each other. So it's one of these things. I spent 7 minutes explaining it. It doesn't make sense. It was one of those shared experiences of two brothers watching this ad and looking at each other and being like, Alan Rickman's totally gonna betray Quigley, right? I don't care, how happy and lustily he's laughing as Quigley pulls off trick shots. He's going to betray Quigley, right? And, there's a part of me wants to watch the movie. I've never bothered because I couldn't possibly live up. I mean, just the brilliance of Alan Rickman's character was his impassioned cries. He will never, under any circumstances, possibly betray Quigley. And also, it was fun for me that I went with an Alan Rickman voice for Tipo, because of course Tipo shows up at the very end and he betrays you and he's the bad guy, so that was fun for me. Anyway, there you go. 8 minutes of your life you'll never get back. And that's why I like doing an Alan Rickman voice. I think it's over the top. It's not particularly good. He's not really a famous and recognized enough celebrity that it's not like doing a Christopher Walken impression where everybody does that. Not that many people even. He's not a household name. He's famous without being a household name. So it's fun to do an Alan Rickman voice. It was one of the things that I enjoyed most about Let's Playing Lennis 2. And of course, when it came time to do my 1,000 subscriber special clip, I couldn't remember enough details from Lennis 2 to pull out a lot of highlights, but I did remember dressing down the final boss as Alan Rickman. Okay, so now let's actually do what this video is supposed to be about, which is fighting these last two super powerful enemies. Coincidentally, I did not do this on purpose, but because I had to split the last video of Final Fantasy 13 into 2 parts, because I had an hour-long video where I fought the final boss and got the ending, but I kept getting content ID matches, and my account I lost my privileges on my account for a day. But I just immediately went and took the video down, rather than starting a fight over it. So I had to split the last video of that in 2, and then I decided to make a bonus video of this. So even though I think I said something in one of the 2 LPs about how they weren't going to be the same length, I put out these 2 LPs, one video. There was no specific rate. Sometimes I'd put out a video every other day. Sometimes it would be more like every 3 or 4 days. But I always put out these two at the same time, so there would be a new episode of both at the same time. And they're going to come out to be the same number of videos, which is kind of interesting. They're not going to be the same actual length, because there were a few times when Breath of Fire videos went long, but there were many more times where Final Fantasy videos went long. So I'm sure Final Fantasy is probably a couple hours longer than Breath of Fire 3 on my LP, but yeah, it's interesting how they're going to be the same number of videos now. And in both cases, the last video is going to be kind of goofy. This is just going to be a silly little video where I spend a third of the time talking about Alan Rickman. In the last video, Final Fantasy 13, if you happen to watch this one first and you're planning to watch that one later, yeah, I'll explain there, but because of copyright issues, I kind of had to cobble together something. It's a very disappointing way that LP concluded for me, but we'll deal with that in that video. Now, let's take on Archmage. So, Archmage is Alan Rickman. Archmage, no. Archmage is he's a palette swap of an enemy type we've seen before. He's also one of the first masters that you can take on. And we're fighting Archmage in the container yard, and his deal, I actually fought him and lost previously in the LP. His deal is that he deals a lot of damage and he gets hit points back every turn, so you need to deal mega damage against him to take him down. And an important part of that is going to be, we just want to be really freaking fast, get a lot of attacks off. So we're using a special formation here that I got from one of the hide-and-go-seek kids, where everybody has the same agility as the lead character, and the lead character is Ray. So everyone has huge agility. I also moved skills around and gave Avatar Shadow Walk. I had to do some off-screen preparing for this one, folks, because this battle is nasty. Like I said before, it doesn't take as many turns as fighting one of the boss characters, but it's actually easier to lose this. So even though somebody gave me some other suggestions for things that you can do with the dragons, I am going to go with the I don't think I messed this up. Mystery effect, mutant. All right. It's radiance, and you know what? I need to make sure that I don't screw this up. Yeah, it is that one. And then Momo. There's not that much that she can do that's useful, but Assad is important. Now, they should all have the same speed, so I guess their actions are determining what order they go in. And we got Avatar. Ray Chesney, the Avatar here, is going to turn into Kaiser Dragon. I was really hoping we'd get 2 turns in on this guy. Tell me you're going to survive somehow. No. Not at all. I thought he was going to... I seriously thought he was going to survive. I'll go for Bone Break here. I thought I had something where, let's see, medium runes, heavy tunes. I thought I had him set up with stuff that he was immune to a certain status. Oh, see, that did more damage than he can heal, but not by very much. I think we've already screwed this up, actually. Somebody has the stuff where they are immune. Shadow Walk. He can't use might, can he? No. Let's hope we can get in an extra turn somehow for the Avatar. This really isn't going as well as I'd hoped it would. Because he needs to be getting in like two attacks per Archmage's turn before we'll really be able to do anything good here. Okay. Oh, maybe now he's going to get in multiple attacks because he got this off before. Oh. Oh, never mind. We just won. And Momuta's Blue Wad blasted off a bazooka shot. Okay, so I thought that was going really poorly, but we in fact won. We got the Holy Avenger. That's pretty cool. But let's see, what gear had I given them? Because that didn't work as well as I thought it was going to, actually. She has Artemis's Cap and Ring of Fire. Oh, I guess I didn't go with the setup I thought I had. Protection versus flame attacks. That's actually pretty useful because he has a fire attack. No, actually, that's in that save state, they weren't using the gear that they probably should have been using. He had protection against. So I also got unlucky in a way. Ray, I had at one point set them up with gear where you could survive. It would bring the bearer back to life once, and I'd used that, and that was pretty good for, you know, if you can make it fast. But so let's see what their. I'm just curious. What was our? We are in the chain formation. That's the one that gives you the speed. All right. So I mean, we won, but yeah, the point is you've got to. I think at the end there, I cast speed on Avatar enough, and with he had the speed that he gotten from agility of, yeah, he had 84 agility in battle because of our formation. So I think in the end I did get off. I have to go back and watch. It seemed like I was trading turns. I wasn't getting ahead of that thing, but of the Archmage. Maybe it doesn't have that many hit points, or maybe it doesn't have that many hit points over what it cures. It's curing like 85% of its hit points every turn, and I just had to sneak in and attack before he healed. But the point is, with Shadow Walk and Might Cast, there's other things you can do. You can make him use Focus twice before he starts attacking. You're basically trying to, like, more or less kill that guy in very few number of turns. So here's Berserker. It's a robot. It, for some reason, I seem to have a much lower, oh, this is the attack that I'm supposed to be doing with him. Durr. I am going to build Avatar up for speed. Berserker seems like it's, I don't know if it's more or less dangerous. I think it's harder to kill. It's got more hit points. But you just sort of have to try to kill it really fast once it gets a certain level of powered upness going. To tell you the truth, I only beat this thing off camera once, so I didn't really bother to get good tactics figured out. I just kind of muscled my way past it. Okay, we got it. Thank you. He's singing inspiring music. He is a Romance of Three Kingdoms drum platform. Okay. That's no good. Let's try this again. So we need to get him to transform right off the bat, just so that we really can't have him getting killed. That was a bad scene. I mean, we probably could have tried to recover from that, but man, that would be a lot of trouble to go to. The sword is in play. I don't know if this stacks. It might be a waste to be casting it twice, but... So whatever I'm using on her, it's not the... It's not the one that allows you to survive being killed once, so probably have like the worst possible gear on her. While the avatar is wasting magic. Howling induces confusion. I don't think that's gonna work on this guy. And I need to make sure he's got plenty of AP. So yeah, this is where we're really just gonna start throwing out. Oh, you know, you could use I never really used the hourglass. We could do that, and that would make this battle probably too easy. But, you know, it is a fair and square. It's an in-game item they gave you to work with. So I'll do focus twice. I think the Berserker, as it takes damage, it starts dealing more damage, something like that. He's definitely got some goofy stuff going on. Okay, skip past the war shot because it takes forever. Who are you gonna kill this time? But the Spirit Stone, yeah, he's got the thing that brings him back. So I'll try focus again. The Avatar should be just about ready to start unleashing hell. Berserker regains sanity. Oh, okay, apparently it was insane. Well, there you go, folks. It was insane. I didn't know that. In theory, it could be worth it to start using... oh, I'm all in here. In theory, it could be worth it to start using focus and... but the thing is, Avatar is the only one who has that skill. Oh, I probably should have used... That's a lot of damage. But if I use focus on Berserker and then turn Ray into a Were-Tiger, he'll be doing not damage up to the Avatar's level, but some good damage. But yeah, key to all this is the fact that I'm using the chain formation and I've got Ray, which means everybody's getting in turns before the Berserker. Oh, this could hurt. Fire Whip is a pretty bad attack, if I recall correctly. It does, like, massive fire damage to everybody. Let's be interested to see who's got what items equipped here. Oh, okay, everybody survived, but we're running out of fancy, stone what the hell ever. Avatar, you better use focus. No, no, no! Oh, shit, that's not what I meant! It's not focus, it's, oh. It's direct or something. No, focus increases your power. I meant to use the attack that will get him to target the robot, and I screwed up. So I wasted Avatar's turn. This could be really bad. Because this won't actually do any good at all. He's used it as many times as he's allowed. he was supposed to do influence. That's what it's called. Is that what it is? It's whatever we did against... No, Shadow Walk would be good, but it's what I probably should be doing. Influence is the thing I was using to make Baleo attack Sunder. Oh, that was nothing. That was actually... I really shouldn't have wasted the time. That's like no damage he's doing. No, it's going to be up to Kaiser Dragon Avatar to win this fight, that's for sure. Super Saiyan Avatar is going to have to defeat Berserker. Oh, and the damn Fire Whip again. Well, Momo should be okay. Didn't she absorb it last time because of her gear? No, I guess not. Oh, no, she did. Yeah, I really kind of messed this up. Ray wasn't being that useful anyway, though. I'm just gonna kind of hope that Shadow Walk can take this thing home. How would I go about bringing back Ray? You have to be alive for that to work. Bring him back with like no hit points though. I'm just kind of hoping this Shadow Walk will finish this. And it's doing less damage now. Oh well, I mean, if I win this battle, it's the last thing I'm going to do in this LP, so... Well, that was a waste. But really, having Ray at 1 hit point's the same as having him at full hit points here, because Berserker can 1 hit. This Fire Whip thing, it didn't always every single turn do Fire Whip before. Sometimes it hits with attacks that will only hit 1 party member, which seems kind of more fair, considering it has, like, automatic death stuff. Try one more time to bring Ray back. It's just nice to have 2 party members on standby with healing items or whatever. And maybe it'll go back to doing stuff that only targets 1 person. It might not be worth it to bring Ray back, actually. Oh, excellent. Okay, I think we got this now. But we need to... I need to make sure that we get him... I really don't want to lose a turn with him going back to non-Kaiser Dragon form here. He's out. If I'd realized how much this thing was going to use Fire Whip, I might have tried to grind for, you know, fireproof stuff. There goes Momo. Does she get a free revive? No. She has as many... She's used as many little crystal whatever things as she was going to get. Damn it, Berserker. Just die. As you can see, it's got a lot of health, and it pretty much one-shots you all the time. And now it's going berserk. I think this means it gets more powerful. But it's already one-shotting us, so what the hell difference? Unless that means it attacks more often. That would suck. And again, I've got an item that will give me, I can use the hourglass on it, or I can make Avatar use the hourglass, and he'll get 3 attacks in a row. But, you know, he'll end up running out of, it doesn't combo terribly well with the, dragon form, because you burn through your AP. Wondering if speed might have worn off. There we go. Yeah, we're even all still alive. It's like, whew! I'm back to being a normal Asian/anime person. Well, Asian, he's got blue hair, but... Man, being Caucasian is tiring. And we got a bunch of experience, but who cares, really? This is just to showcase it. So yeah, both of those enemies, they're kind of the war mech of this game. Comparable in difficulty to a boss. They just kind of pop up randomly without warning. But it's over. I defeated them. I explained Alan Rickman quickly, and I've wrapped up this LP. I think I said enough about the story and its problems and its what I did like and what I didn't like in the last video. So this time I'll just say that, you know, I was kind of the split feelings about which LP was more enjoyable, which RPG was more enjoyable. I've been comparing this game to Final Fantasy XIII just because I was playing them at the same time. Boy, the goofiness of copyright issues with Final Fantasy XIII at the end has given this game a bit of an edge, let's put it that way. Anyway, folks, I'm the Mysterious JG. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. Please join me for future LP adventures, and poor Nina, I mean, this game had like the cutest, most adorable version of Nina yet, but she was such a worthless character, I think. And then Gara was kind of fun to keep around, but ultimately these three really were my best party. So it makes sense that I would use them against the super bosses, and would use them to close out the LP. See you guys next time, folks. Bye bye.